Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that splash, this that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. The mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
By number 28.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Foles. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of
14 yards in a Chicago first down.
First down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Foles. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
To number 28. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
He's tackled.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First down, Chicago.
Here we go. 20.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
For the running back.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Down right around the 25. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now Foles. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good.
Is good.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
That's good.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
The ball carrier. He's brought down by Deion Jones.
2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. And 58 is the mark. Check tight.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash, this from 48. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
These two teams all tied after one. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side and made a key play.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 7. Foles. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
It's 3rd down. 3rd.
Not easy for Nick Foles of the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack. Foles. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
5-yard line.
And he stopped immediately there. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 26 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having a pass play. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 30. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. McCaffrey on the toss right. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking, defensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
To the running back.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
4th down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Over on downs.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with Logan. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
They'll run with McCaffrey. A second juke. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Panthers add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Brian Burns able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the option. Given 52 yards on the ground. Spins away. Fights off the defender. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So 3 plays already. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And this offense continues to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Panthers 37, Bears 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over. Over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there, a jumbo package look. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Touchdown, Panthers.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down, Chicago.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At the 23-yard line.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
At ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
At the 19-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
If you know, you know. If you know about the carport, the trapdoor's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Go 58 to the mic. Oh, you got deep? 58, boys. 58. 58 to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on fourth down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Bears.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Play action, they'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short.